Eat less and move more. That's what we've been told for our whole lives, right? That's the formula. Calories in, calories out, simple math. Except it's not working. You're eating 1200 calories, you're doing cardio 5 days a week, and the scale won't budge. Or worse, you're getting a little bit of weight over time. And then we tend to think it's our fault and that something is wrong with our body because we see it maybe working for other women, right? But no, you have been given the wrong advice and you never really know what is going on with the other person. And so today I'm going to explain exactly why eating less, move more does not work for women and what actually does. Hi, my name is Chris. I'm a national board certified health coach. I help women break the yo-yo dieting cycle for good by eating more delicious and nourishing foods and training smarter, not harder. If you're tired of doing everything right and still not seeing the results you want, stick around because this video is going to change how you think about weight loss, probably forever. So let's start with what's actually happening inside your body when you drastically cut calories. When you drop down to 1200 calories a day, it might work for a little bit, but eventually your body can't keep up. It enters into a survival mode and your body thinks there's a famine. It literally cannot tell the difference between a diet and actual starvation. So what does it do? It adapts. It slows everything down to keep you alive. Your resting metabolic rate drops, your energy tanks, your body starts holding onto every calorie it can so it can survive for days without fuel because it doesn't think it's gonna receive any more fuel. And this isn't just me saying this. Research published in the journal Obesity found that in premenopausal women on very low calorie diets, metabolic adaptation was significant. The resting metabolic rate dropped below what could be explained by weight loss itself. Their bodies were literally burning fewer calories to compensate for the restriction. And here's where it gets even worse. When you add hours of cardio on top of that calorie deficit, you start burning through your muscle tissue for fuel. And muscle, well, muscle is the engine of your metabolism. Muscle is your superpower. It's what burns calories even when you're sitting on the couch. So every time you lose muscle, your metabolism gets even slower. And research shows we naturally start losing about 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade after 30. And when you're under eating and over-exercising, you're just accelerating that process dramatically and it can lead to sarcopenia. So now you're stuck with less muscle, slower metabolism, and a body that's clinging to fat for survival. That's not a willpower problem, that's your biology. And most women see these results in their midsection. Now, here's the part that really frustrates me. Most of the weight loss research and advice out there, it was designed with men in mind, or it was generalized without considering how women's bodies actually work. And there's not a huge difference, but we're more sensitive. Women's hormones are more sensitive to calorie restriction than men's. Our bodies are designed to carry life, so everything is set around that. When we undereat, our bodies send stress signals faster and more aggressively. So think about it this way. Your body's #1 priority is survival and reproduction. When it senses a famine, which is exactly what a 1200 calorie deficit looks like, it starts shutting down the functions it considers non-essential. That means your thyroid slows down, which controls your metabolism, your reproductive hormones get disrupted, affecting your fertility, and your energy production drops. Research published in the Endocrine Reviews confirms this. Chronic calorie deficit leads to decreased thyroid hormone levels, significantly drop in T3 and T4, which are the hormones that directly regulate how fast your metabolism runs. So you're literally dialing down your own metabolic thermostat every time you undereat, with a potential path for hypothyroidism, between other chronic illnesses. And then there's the generational piece that I think about a lot. If you grew up in the 90s or 80s and the 2000s even, you saw it everywhere. The low-fat everything, the tiny portions, the TV shows everywhere with very skinny celebrities, TV shows like America's Next Top Model, some of your friends surviving on Diet Coke and rice cakes, just following some skinny trends. We were taught that skinny was the goal and eating less was how you got there. If you weren't super skinny, you were undesirable, not valuable enough, or not wanted. And now we see it even in older generations. And our generation, women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, we're the ones dealing with the consequences. Slow metabolisms, lost muscle, bodies that have been in survival mode for years. And we look at ourselves and think something is wrong with us, when really we were just given bad information at the worst possible time. Now, let me add one more layer to this, because as if it wasn't enough, it's a big one: cortisol, your stress hormone, but it's not your enemy. A few of its main jobs are regulating your metabolism and managing your fight or flight response, among others. And here's what most people don't realize. Dieting itself is a stressor on your body. A study from the psychosomatic medicine found that restricting calories to 1200 calories a day significantly increased cortisol output in women. So the very act of strict dieting like this is raising your stress hormones. And when cortisol stays elevated, it promotes fat storage, particularly around your midsection. It increases your appetite, it disrupts your sleep, it messes with your hunger hormones. So picture this: you're eating barely anything, you're doing cardio every day, you're stressed about the fact that it's not working, your cortisol is through the roof, and your body is responding by holding on to belly fat even harder. You're not failing the diet is failing you. And at the same time, then we're overeating some nights, right? And then we compensate by eating less the next day. And if you're watching this and thinking, okay, this is literally my life, I want you to take my free health score assessment. It takes less than 3 minutes and it will show you exactly what's keeping you stuck and simple, doable steps on what to focus on first. The link is in the description for you. So if eat less and move more does not work, what does? Let me give you the 3 shifts that change everything. Number 1, eat more of the right foods. I know that feels scary sometimes for most women, but your body needs fuel to function. We're talking about prioritizing protein, at least 100 grams a day, and eating enough fiber, maybe 1 to 2 cups per meal. Fiber-rich carbs like sweet potatoes, your greens, and vegetables. Healthy fats like avocado and olive oil. When you give your body adequate nourishment, it stops fighting you. Your hunger hormones regulate, your energy stabilizes, your metabolism gets the signal that it's safe to actually use energy and burn fat. I have a full video on how much protein women actually need. I'm gonna link it for you over here. Number 2, build muscle through strength training. This is a game changer. Muscle is your metabolic superpower. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest, even while you're sleeping. I'm not saying you have to stop walking or doing activities you enjoy, but swap those long hour cardio sessions for 3 to 4 strength training sessions per week. Your body will transform in a way that cardio never gave you. If you're still focusing on cardio, I urge you to watch this video next as well. I'm gonna link it here. And number 3, stop fighting your body and start working with it. And this means eating breakfast. This means not punishing yourself with restriction after a weekend out. This means being patient and consistent instead of perfect. Focus on your next meal, what you can do best right now. Your metabolism didn't slow down overnight, and it won't heal overnight either. But when you nourish yourself properly and build muscle, your body responds. It always does. It just needs patience. This is exactly what I walk my clients through inside my 12-week coaching program. We rebuild your metabolism, we build strength, and we break the yo-yo cycle for good. If you're tired of doing this alone, you don't have to. There's a link in the description to book a free discovery call with me, so make sure to check that out. And remember, if you've been eating less and moving more and it's not working, you are not broken. You've just been working against your physiology instead of with it. And the good news, this is completely reversible and fixable. Nourishment over restriction, strength training over cardio, and consistency over perfection. If you want to go deeper on what's really happening with your metabolism, take my free health score assessment. The link is below in the description. And if you're ready to finally break this cycle, let's talk. I'll see you in the next video.
You're still on board, dancing in the moon.